Welcome to my channel where creativity meets life. Today I'm sharing the Misses collection from Studio Light. I was so happy to find this collection. I've been making cards and paper art for about 6 months now, and it is so hard to find dies and stamps that feature Afro textured and curly hair. I got these from HSN. I'll link them below. I bought the sets named Carol, Tasha, and Betty. Carol is the set that has Afro hair, die cuts, and Afro puffs that you see here. It's the set that drew me in. Betty is the main set that you'll need to get before you buy any other set. It has the main dies for the head and shoulders, while the other sets have additional hair, accessories, and facial expressions. Let's get into it. I die cut head and shoulder pieces using paper lane cardstock in brown from Joann's. I cut about 5 of these as I wanted to represent different skin tones. I'm trying to assemble them to get an idea of what they will look like once they're glued down. You don't have to have the head straight on the shoulder pieces. You can have it tilted to give it a little more character or display emotion. I also cut out some of the hair pieces as well in different colors to get different looks. I didn't have an idea for a card and just wanted to get an idea of how the pieces work together. So I stamped different eyes and mouths and smiles to make facial expressions on the head pieces to see how spacing worked and how much pressure was needed. This part was really fun. There are so many ways that you can mix and match the eyes and mouth pieces to get different expressions on the characters. On this one, I was doing one where she was giving a little kiss, and I stamped it a little bit too hard. She had a little bit of smearing on her lip, but that was okay. I also tried ones where she was giving, like a little smirk. There's ones where she was giving just the biggest, happiest grin. And one where she was either shocked or scared. I'm not really sure what that one was, but there are lots of expressions. To bring the facial expressions to life, I used my white gel pen and an alcohol marker in a reddish pinkish color to color in the characters' mouths and eyes where needed. This really made a huge difference in bringing the characters to life. And now on to the accessories. So I decided to give my little character some glasses. For the top, I realized you had to use the head and shoulder piece for this. So there are some wavy and straight lines in the set that will give you top options, along with some V-neck type dies and dies for straps. I decided to try a simple top with straps and pull it all together with earrings. Seriously guys, there's so much in this set to play with. Here's the character with the top and earrings cut out. It's so cute. I'm putting all the pieces together again just to see how they fit together. And guys, I realized that she didn't have ears. When I cut a new die, I never threw away the scraps because you really don't know what's needed and what's not. And I'm so happy I followed my own rules this time. When you cut out the head and shoulder piece, you're also cutting out little ears for the characters. So when you get this set, watch out for those little pieces. You're going to need them. I have her all set and decided to make a layered card. I'm going to use this pretty patterned cardstock on top of a black layer. The character measured about 5 7/8 inches when I put her together, so she's a little bigger than an A2 card. So the card is going to be A7 or 5x7. I cut the patterned paper to be 4.5 by 6.5 and used foam tape on the back to give it some dimension. I cut a piece of black cardstock 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 and put them together. Now it's time to put the card together. One thing I should have done when I was fitting all the die pieces together to see how it all comes together was use press and seal to hold everything in place. This way, all the die pieces wouldn't be scattered all around my desk again, and I could have saved some time gluing her and getting her together on the card. Lesson learned. I'm going to fast forward this just a little bit because you guys really don't need to see me putting all these pieces together and gluing them together again. I'll be right back. And here she is, all glued together. I wanted her to pop off the page as well. I didn't want her to be flat, so I decided to use foam tape to adhere her to the card. This card did end up being, I think, 4 layers. It had the white card base, the black panel, the pattern cardstock, and then my character. And I have to tell you guys, I ended up changing that sentiment about 4 times. The one that I picked out before was a little bit too big. And this is the finished card, minus the card panel. I love how this turned out. I can really see myself making more and more personalized cards with this set. And here she is on the card base. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll talk to you next time.